Hi. Hello. I was sleeping earlier and I dreamed that I was swimming in the water, like in the ocean, and I was thinking I was going to get eaten by a shark because, uh, I could see Florida and I could see Texas, and for some reason I could swim way the fuck out. I would just like be way out in the ocean and I'd be out there swimming, and I remember thinking, you might get eat out here. Then I saw something like I swam underwater and I was swimming underwater with my eyes open, and I was thinking, well, if I swim like this and I'm looking at stuff, uh, I'll somehow be okay. Which I don't know why I thought that. And then I saw this gargoyle-like thing underwater, and like I looked at it. I'm underwater and I'm looking at it, and it's looking at me. And then like I was back towards the shore, but underwater, to where you could see the sand underneath, and there was like three statues, and these gargoyle things were like sitting in gargoyle position in front of these statues underwater while I'm underwater in front of them, like we were about to fight in one of those video games. Now I don't know what that's about or what it means, but I mean I just dreamed it. This is one of the things that I dreamed, and I was having some crazy dreams, but they weren't any that stood out in any significant sort of way. Not that they need to, but I'm just saying, with the way that I got my bed arrangement now, it's I be having dreams like that. Got all my orgone stuff going on here. I got this little orgone box here that I've made that accommodates a sphere. Inside of it, I've got my. You can see that there. You can keep this ring on it, so to charge that ring up. I don't always wear it, but my other rings are currently unavailable. I don't know why. I like. It doesn't matter what the fuck's going on. I lose my shit for a period of time, and then it returns. Usually, it's due with the rings from playing guitar. When I play the guitar, I have to take them off. I usually set them on something that's around me, and then I'll lose them for a while. But I don't think they're gone. Made a little bit of money yesterday. Was able to get some supplies, pay $100 on some of my debt, which isn't so bad. I was thinking about calling the insurance people and making sure to cancel it, but they said it'll cancel itself as of the 17th, and it was never paid. I don't know where they were going to get that money from. I don't know if it was a scam to try to get the money out of whatever pay they were supposed to be giving me, but I didn't never get any card from them, so I'm not I'm not worried about that. It seems like either more of a scam if it would have went on longer, or but the people that I remember seeing there, even the people that I talked to, the women on the phone that were like the hiring process, seemed familiar from something scam like before. I just don't know what. It sucks when you're trying to find a job and you can't find anything, and then they put these things out there for you to do, and they're really nothing, or they cost you some sort of money. I don't have any money to invest to do anything. At least when I do get some money and I can invest, you know, then I can. But until then, it's not going to happen. the way it is. I don't know why everything's got to be that way. I'll probably start hunting them again tomorrow though, because we got some ACs that we want to sell, and I'm going to put those on Craigslist. So I might as well look then. Not that I'm expecting to find anything, but if I could find a job I could use my phone and use the phone, that would be excellent. But as of yet, I've not found any job like that. And as long as there's some money, just a little coming in, then I'm okay with that. I don't feel overwhelmingly stressed out or freaked out or none of that shit. But it's been difficult since November. It really has. You know, probably would have been more helpful to cut out my bad habits before then. But in the grand scheme of things, I think it's necessary to make the full use of whatever's at your disposal, especially if you're doing things a certain way. And I think there may have been a reasonable use for continually traumatizing my own self to be completely emotionally open to feel all the the relevant emotions that I didn't become overwhelmingly despondent or suicidal ever. The one time that I did feel for the first time suicidal ideation ever enter into my mind. I told enough people about it to make sure that there wasn't something that I would succumb to, which was the right thing to do. I don't think that I'm even close to the type of person that would ever want to suicide themselves. It's just not something I'd be able to do at all. Plus, life is not that bad. It's not. It's difficult, but it's not that bad. And it's good to have friends, even if you cut your friends down to your most core amount that are the ones that you give a shit about more, and you only have a few. It's better to do that and just have a few than to try to be in some uh, social delusion where you get caught in fads and trends and all that shit of the youth. I mean, you gotta grow up. You gotta grow up. I'm sure that my family could be like thinking of me as less than adult, especially with my ex because she's been able to put me in a box as far as categorizing me and such in such a harmful way. She doesn't have any awareness or uh, real relationship able knowing of me as I am now, which is completely different than I used to be when me and her were together. So as I'm sure she's changed, I'm basically sure she knows that I've changed too. But I've not hardened my heart. That's the one thing I can say that I didn't have to do that I think she did. She hardened her heart, but she brought a lot of trauma into the relationship that I didn't know what to do about, and in a way that she needed that trauma to be healed, either immediately or even still. And I don't think it got anything but pushed inside of her. But what do I know? I don't know. I don't have any ongoing uh, dealings with her. I sent her a picture of the sunset. I made a beautiful picture of the sunset and I shared it with 13 friends. The 13th was my buddy in here. I was like, I'm sending you this picture, which I'll put it up there and use because I like making pictures. And we have a western uh, view of the horizon that's just insanely beautiful for sunsets. I'd love to see a sunrise like that, but you get the sunset and it's like that. Um, you don't really complain. You just know that somewhere somebody's got a sunrise that's the counterpart. Have a nice day. Please like, share, and subscribe.